Hello my darlings and welcome. Let's make a spell candle themed to the zodiac sign of Virgo. Ruled by the planet Mercury, Virgo are known for their stability, quick minds, and ability to reason and think critically. Virgo is also associated with purity, service, and diligence. Let's do some magical crafting. This video is part of a series where I create 12 different zodiac sign spell candles and talk about the magical properties of the ingredients in each one. Candles are used in all kinds of magic and ritual: witchcraft, conjure, ceremonial magic, root work, and folk practices. Craft your candles to align with your magical goals by adding oils, herbs, gemstones, colors, and symbols. Most importantly, as you create your candle, infuse it with your intention. If your traditions call for it, you may wish to bless your candle, chant or speak words while creating it, or invoke a deity or pray over it. I begin by weighing out my soy wax flakes and melting them over a very low heat. I've created a Book of Shadows page for this spell candle recipe. It explains the magical correspondences of the color, the herbs, the crystals in this candle. If you'd like to download a PDF of this grimoire page, you can visit Magical Crafting on Patreon at the link below the video. My patrons can download recipes, Book of Shadows pages, artwork, and more, all provided as PDFs. Melt your wax slowly over a low heat and do not boil or burn it. If you see any smoke, your wax is burning. Turn the heat down. As the wax begins to melt, this is the perfect time to add your energy and intention as you stir the liquid. When making your candle, incorporate the ingredients that you have on hand. You do not have to include all of the ingredients I show in this video. As always, my tutorial should only be a starting point for you to develop your own craft. Once the wax is completely melted, it's time to add the ingredients into the liquid. Make sure to turn the heat off before adding anything to the wax. I will be adding 4 herbs into my wax. I chose these ingredients because they're magically correspondent to the zodiac sign of Virgo. The first ingredient is fennel, used in spells to promote courage and to bring confidence and eloquence when speaking. It is also used for protection and warding your home, and magical workings for weight loss. The next ingredient is dill, a great herb for breaking jinxes to do with your love life, as it expels negative energies and attracts romance. Use it to dispel jealousy and ease emotional imbalances. It is used in glamour magic to increase attractiveness to others. Dill can help provide clarity and draw wealth and prosperity. The next ingredient is lemon balm. Lemon balm is a soothing herb that promotes confidence and draws good vibrations and energies. You can use lemon balm in magic for healing, love, fertility, and prosperity. Lemon balm provides protection for the home, increases psychic ability, and it can be used in love charms and spells to attract a partner, and in healing spells and rituals for those suffering from mental or nervous disorders. The next ingredient is mint. Mint promotes energy, communication, and vitality. Use dried mint leaves to stuff a poppet for healing, or place it in your wallet or purse to bring wealth and prosperity. Use mint on the altar to draw good spirits to assist in your magic, or place it in your home for protection. Some other options for herbs and flowers that correspond to Virgo are blackberry, chrysanthemum, buttercup, plantain, fenugreek, St. John's wort, lavender, marjoram, moss, patchouli, and wheat. You may wish to add an essential oil or a perfume oil to scent your candle, but this is optional. You might wish to leave your candle unscented for many reasons, including potential allergies. I'm using vanilla essential oil. This will bring the magical qualities of this spice into the candle and into my home. With its sweet and enticing aroma, vanilla is believed to promote lust and heighten sensuality. Vanilla will also attract good fortune and promote a happy home. Once you've included the ingredients you want inside the candle, it's time to add a color. I'm using a color that corresponds to the sign. For Virgo, I'm using green. Other colors that correspond to Virgo are navy blue, gray, black, and violet. In color magic, the color green is associated with growth, nature, and the energy of the earth, and it can be used in spells and rituals for abundance, prosperity, and healing. This color, which belongs to Venus, promotes love, fertility, beauty, prosperity, and wealth. Make sure to add enough dye to the wax to make the liquid appear darker than the final color you want. The wax will lighten as it cools, which will lighten the colorant you've used. Next, it's time to pour the wax into the container. Make sure that you use a fire-safe container and never use plastic or anything flammable. I've chosen a jar that has a wide opening so that I can add glitter and gemstones to the top of the candle. It's easy to fill and not likely to tip over when lit for fire safety. I'm putting a small piece of double-sided tape on the bottom of my candle wick to stick it to the jar. I'm using 2 chopsticks, one on each side of the wick, and a binder clip to ensure that the wick stays centered in the jar and to create a straight up and down wick that will not droop. You can also tie the wick to a chopstick or skewer, or use a clothespin to hold the wick. Whatever you have at home that works with your container. Then slowly and carefully pour the wax in and scoop in any of the ingredients that have settled to the bottom. Leave your candle to cool and for the wax to firm up. The wax in my 5-ounce candle becomes somewhat firm in about 1 hour. The amount of time will vary depending on the size of your candle. Once the wax is cooled, you can add ingredients to the top of your candle. I like to use a heat tool to melt a little bit of the surface wax to adhere glitter and gemstones to the top. I love to add glitter to all of my crafts, and I'm sprinkling some green Amazonite glitter on the top of this candle. I'm also adding moss agate gemstones. This stone promotes emotional balance and stability. It helps reduce stress, anxiety, and fear, while fostering feelings of calmness and tranquility. Moss agate is often linked to new beginnings and fresh starts. It assists in letting go of old habits, negative thought patterns, and emotional baggage, making way for positive transformations. A candle created magically in your sacred space and with great intention can bring extra power and purpose to your magic. There are many ways to use your spell candle. I will use mine in a new moon ritual on the new moon in Virgo. Or if your sun sign is Virgo, burn this candle to invoke the natural gifts you possess. Or light this candle on your birthday to amplify the best qualities of your sun sign. This candle can be used by anyone to amplify all magical work done during Virgo season, or to embrace Virgo energy. In particular, it would be useful in magical workings relating to health, work, service, routine, or habits. Focus energy toward visualizing your goal happening as you light your candle and as it burns. When the candle has completely burned through, you may wish to remove the gemstones, which are now supercharged with the energy of your intention. Keep them and use them in further magical workings, or give them back to the earth.